Hello!
Hello!
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Adam.
Welcome to I Love You But, where we talk about common relationship issues.
And our advice on how to deal
while we drink wine.
while we drink wine.
And tonight we are talking about household finances. Dun dun dun.
Don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I know.
Oh my God.
No one likes to talk about money.
I'm so in debt. I hate money. I never have any money.
I know. Especially the money you don't have or the money that somebody else should have.
You know what my least favorite type of money is? The money I don't have. What are we drinking tonight? Wait, no, I want to do it.
Oh, whoa.
I want to do it.
Go for it.
So Kelly and I have had a couple run-ins with less than desirable bottles of wine. It's happened. So I went out and I was like, F to the that. And I picked up this bottle, a fine price point of $23 a bottle at Trader Joe's. Whoa! Whoa! Someone's trying to get laid. But it is Cooper & Thief Cellmasters Red Wine Blend. But it's special. It was aged for 3 months in bourbon whiskey barrels.
Whoa.
That's what drew my eye because I'm a whiskey drinker through and through.
Made in California.
Yeah, made in California. A little signature for the thingy. And
Thomas Jeff?
No, Jeff something.
I was like, this is not real.
But this is I hate to tell you, Adam, Thomas Jefferson passed a while ago.
Sorry.
And also what's special is the 17% alcohol content, which is like 5% higher than a lot of the wine we've been drinking.
Okay, cool. It's also a Cellar Master Select.
Oh, snap.
I don't really know what that means, but
all good.
Also, sometimes we haven't been really getting drunk because we only have one bottle of wine. So, just in case, we have two, but I don't think we're going to need two since it's 17%.
Oh, well, here's the opening ceremony or whatever, as it were.
Da, 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 da. Da 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 da.
I don't know that last note, so I just tried to follow you on it. We ended up on a sweet modal exchange.
Whoa, slow down, tiger.
Can't stop, won't stop. All right.
Whoa.
Smell it. That's what she said.
Yeah. It does smell really good.
Oh wow.
There's some cork in mine.
You do. Your wine's a little corky.
You're corky.
I am corky. You can smell the barrels. Oh my God. Or oak. Was it oak? Did it say? It's got it. Well, I mean, it's. If it's bourbon, then yeah, it's oak barrels. But like, you can smell it. I'm so excited. Are you excited to taste this?
After I got the cork out,
That's what she said.
The cork. Ew. Oh, girl, that's fine. That's a French ass wine, Yvonne.
Yvonne? Wait, no, you go first. This is really good.
It is really good. I think it needs to air a little bit more so that all of the flavors can come out.
Yeah, but it's not bitter.
No,
it doesn't make us cringe.
It's
is
definitely
smooth.
not bitter, but it's not like super sweet.
Just
smooth. I feel like as it's running down my throat, it's just going smooth. That's what she said.
I really, at the moment, it tastes like good red wine, but the oak is really doing a lot for me right now.
It is pretty oaky.
It's super oaky and it's super great. So
awesome.
I'm a happy camper.
All right. Well, we're gonna enjoy a glass of this, and we'll be right back.
And and then the flavors open up, and we'll be able to talk about that.
He can't stop talking.
I can't stop. Yeah. Welcome the fuck back.
So this wine is really good.
Really
very
good.
Smooth. Very sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, sorry.
There's a little a syrupiness to it. Not
still
negative.
Taste the cork.
But I mean, with the oak, there is a fair sweetness that is really coming through. I love you.
You love the meese?
The meese?
The meese.
Oh, the mooses?
The meese.
I don't know if I ever knew that moose plural is meese.
Yeah, geese. Goose, geese, moose, geese.
I see.
So tonight we are talking about household finances.
The money in the home.
The money in the home?
I'll be over here if you need me.
To start it off, you really need to know when you move in together who is paying for what.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you should know that. And write it down anywhere you can. Tell your mom, tell your friends, tell your grandma.
Write it down for your grandma.
Yep. Send her a letter and be like, hey, we're splitting the rent half and half. So, I mean, I think that grandmas want to know.
So glad to hear from you.
So really there is two ways that you can split your household finances. One of them is half and half. So, you pay half the rent, half the utilities, half the groceries, half and half, half and half, half and half.
Half and half?
Yeah.
The cream?
Yeah,
You can split the cream?
It's a really good way to split things when you're making around the same amount of money. So, for example, Adam and I right now make about the same amount of money.
We both make $0 every month.
We don't make anything. What we do is we split everything down the middle. So rent, groceries, literally everything I just named. Not to say it all again.
And we do it using any one of the cash applications that you can get for your phone.
We use Venmo, which is awesome.
Yeah, but there's Venmo, there's Cash App, there's a bunch
Cash
of
App?
them. Yeah, that's what Tice uses.
I've never heard of that. But there's also like PayPal if you both have Bank of America or Chase. I think you can also request and send money through Facebook.
That's fucked up.
So you can either do it half and half, or the other way is to do it...
Wait. Thumbs up, heart, give money. Depends on how sad the status
Adam
was.
does not understand how to send money through Facebook.
That'd be so funny. Smiley face, laugh, gay pride flag. Please give me money.
So there's two. So the second way is to pay for things based on your percentage of income.
Your proportional income.
Yep.
Rather.
Is that not what I said?
That's not what you said. So you're like proportional income. So if I make twice Kelly, like...
Make twice of me!
If I have two Kellys in my life,
He's gonna die.
What were we talking about? Splitting money. So proportional income. So if I make twice what Kelly makes in a month, if discussed and then agreed upon by both parties, it's not also unreasonable for me to pay, maybe not twice what you pay for rent, but like to pay more rent.
Any sense. Or you could pay like
if the place is $1,500, maybe I'm paying 9 and you're paying 5.
What's the percentage though?
I don't fucking math right now.
Right, so you need to math.
Whatever.
So maybe somebody pays, if they make like 20% more than you, maybe you pay 20% more, or maybe 1%. Instead of doing it
That's
percentage wise,
pretty damn specific though.
You know what I mean? If you're not making the same amount of money, then maybe you do 60-40 or 70-30, especially when it comes to rent, because rent is such a big thing. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you just split half the rent and one person pays for groceries or one person pays utilities.
You want to hear an amazing joke?
Oh no, I don't know.
Rent isn't supposed to exceed, what is it, 2/3 of your income?
I thought it was 1/3.
No, but it's hilarious.
No, you're right. It's 2/3.
Yeah, it's like 50 or 60%. Yeah.
Well, that works for some people. I hope that works for you.
I do too.
Wherever you're at.
Wait, we're not here to bitch about how much money we don't make, which is my least favorite type of money.
And living in LA.
Yeah.
The other thing to consider if you are splitting expenses, opening a joint checking account. And I know there's a lot of feelings on that. So, for example, Adam and I have been together almost 6 years, and we do not have any joint accounts together because I feel very strongly, and you feel very strongly about us not combining our money legally until we are actually legally married. So,
and even then, still maintaining financial independence.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Whole different thing.
Whole nother thing. We're definitely gonna have another conversation, another video on finances because there's so much to talk about.
There is. Having the joint account and also separate accounts is totally lost my train of thought.
I'm going to finish a sentence. It's really important.
It's important. There we go. Okay, thank you. That was what got me there. So it's super importante.
Stop.
That it's a part of the reason for that is you don't. It's very easy to feel slighted very quickly when it comes to finances. It's very easy for things to become personal very quickly, and that's something that I've been able to witness backfire on other people. They combine all the income, and then all of a sudden, person A says, "Wow, I have a lot more money than I used to," and person B is actually making 80% of the money.
Oh, yeah.
And then person A is like, "Well, I guess it's my job to spend the money."
Yeah.
Just a general disrespect for financial independence.
Yeah, definitely.
And that disconnect shows up.
I think it's just whatever you feel comfortable with. I think that you can open a joint checking account with anyone,
Pretty much.
And you can manually put in how much money. Maybe this is a good idea. Maybe we should be doing that.
We've talked about it lightly before. We can talk about it again.
I don't know. I mean, we have a pretty good system going on right now. Like, why fix something that's not broken? Am I right? But like, whoa, hello.
It occurred to me. I was looking at you with a little bit of like Morty face.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
I'm Pickle Rick.
I'm Pickle Rick.
I'm Pickle Rick.
I would just talk about, who pays for what, how you're going to pay for it, and if you want to open a joint checking account, if that's going to make your life easier, if that makes you feel more comfortable, awesome. If not, keep your finances separate. We do, and it's totally been working out.
And it's a very modern trend. A lot of people are doing that because it's been a significant point of tension. It's a very something else my dad always said is speaking to a divorce lawyer, that lawyer said that every couple he comes across that hates each other and is getting a divorce, somebody's a saver, somebody's a spender, and it just doesn't mix, and they didn't talk about it, and the money became everybody's money, and then it got really messy, and then everything fell apart.
Yeah. My mom also said, and my mom is a financial advisor, and don't worry, we have a lot more information coming later on down the line from my mom, the financial advisor. She, along with other resources that I've read, and it's been cited, books, articles, everything, more relationships end because of money issues. Even over, it's hard. Money is harder to talk about than sex.
It's
for
true.
For a lot of couples.
Ooh, yeah.
So you just need to keep an open communication with. But also
treat money like sex. Talk about it.
So the other
experiment with it.
So the other thing that you need to talk about is goals. Like
financial
what financial goals do you want? What do you want your money to do for you? Your money is there to do shit for you.
It buys you things and you earn it with hours of your time.
Yeah.
And your effort and your knowledge, and then you gotta put your money to work while you're not, while it's sitting around in whatever you choose to put it.
So as a partnership, talk to your partner and say whoa, okay, yeah, they know I'm your partner, calm down. So with your partner, talk to them and say, what are your long-term goals? And then figure out what are your own long-term term.
What are your long-term goals?
Just stopped working. What are your own long-term goals? So is one of your goals to buy a house and to be a homeowner? Or do you want to start a family, whether it's soon or, in 10 years? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to go on vacation? Do you want to buy a really nice TV?
Do you want to buy 30 guitars?
In your life? Yes.
And some awesome speakers?
That will help you figure out what to spend money on now and then what to save.
You can work backwards.
You work backwards. So think about your long-term goals. How do you want your life to be in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years? What do you want your retirement to look like? If we're
working backwards. 50, 40, 30, 20, or 10 years.
Okay, smart ass.
I'm so funny tonight.
So find your long-term goals and like really take some time by yourself and like figure out what they are for you, and then
what
ask
retirement looks like for you.
And yeah, but then ask your partner, what are your long-term goals, and how do your long-term goals overlap, and how do they differ? Make a Venn diagram? Like, I don't know.
A Venn diagram.
I mean, that shit is really useful.
2 vans next to each other. And the front of one is in the trunk of the other. You said a Venn diagram. You didn't say Venn. You said van. So
What is Venn diagram?
It's two
Venn diagram.
Toyota Siennas with the
You telling me I'm wrong?
No, it's a Venn diagram. VENN.
What?
Comment on how Kelly is so
No, it's a
wrong right
Venn
now.
diagram.
No, it's a Venn diagram.
Am I just really fucking southern and say Venn diagram?
Yeah, you totally. No, here.
You're Yankee. I don't think so.
I am a Yankee, which is why I know how to spell
Today I
Venn.
said y'all at the grocery store.
I say y'all every day.
Oh. I just started saying y'all.
A Venn diagram. A diagram representing mathematical or logical sets pictorially has circles or closed curves with an enclosing rectangle, the universal set. That's a Venn diagram.
Alright, so we learned a lot today.
We did. I think I said sex instead of sets.
You did? I saw that, and I wasn't going to say anything because I was going to be nice. So we learned that Adam was right. It's a Venn diagram and not a Van diagram, which I guess I've forgotten a lot since,
High school?
middle school.
Middle school? Elementary school.
Put your long-term goals next to each other and see if they overlap, and if they do, awesome. If not, ooh.
Good job.
Sorry, I spilled my wine. If not, then talk about it. So then you can figure out your short-term goals.
Yeah, so if you're working backward from your long-term goals, and that your short-term goals, like, it can be vacations and stuff, but like for me, and this is
I have an alien out of my head with your
for me, I think of my short-term goals mostly
That's
as
my hair.
like yearly expenses, as in like something that happens like once or a few times a year. Like Kelly and I pay car insurance every 6 months. So that's kind of like a short-term financial goal. I use Betterment.
We used to use YNAB.
We used to use You
Just-
Need a Budget. Yeah.
You need a budget,
Which is
YNAB.
And it's great. I've been using Betterment a lot, just for like short-term goal setting.
What is Betterment?
Betterment is so you put money into it, whatever you want to put into it every single month, and it's investments.
Oh,
And
so
you
you
can
earn money
control-
through investments?
Yeah, you can control like how much. Is this an advertisement for Betterment right now?
I just know I'm trying to share with the audience that I am also learning.
Oh, yeah, Betterment's dope.
Adam uses Betterment, but I don't really know how it works.
That's all good.
Whoa.
Yeah. Doppler
Loud
effect.
truck.
That was a motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
I put money into it every single month, and that money is then invested between stocks and bonds. And whenever I need to take it out, like every 6 months, I do. But I have like 3 accounts, and I treat them all as savings accounts. This might not be the best way in the world to do it, but it doesn't really matter if it's the best because it works for me consistently. That's the important thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a car insurance goal. I know that that's going to be like $400 or $500 every 6 months.
Yeah.
And I've proven to myself that I'm not the best at just like making sure that that's in my checking account. Like I'm not very good at that, you know?
I didn't know that.
You did?
You learn new things every day.
I've told you this. I literally put away $20 every paycheck towards my car insurance like Betterment account. And then next to that, I splurged years ago and I got 2 guitars. And I have a little paying myself back for these guitars. I put away $10 every month.
Yeah.
And I just take that and I put it away. And the paying myself back is more of a long-term goal. But like car insurance is super short-term.
Yeah, or vacation. Like we're about to go out of town in a few weeks, and we won't be working that week. And for us, it really takes a chunk out of what we make. So, we have to think about that short-term goal. So, okay, well, I need to make up this amount of time and this amount of money, to be able to cover the week that I'm gone. So it's a short-term goal. Or like we're going out of town in October. So that's another short-term goal that we're saving for. But a long-term goal would be like a house, family, those things that I mentioned before.
Knowing your own financial habits is so important.
You really do need to know your own financial habits.
And it's when she says know your financial habits, she's not saying know what you want to change. She's saying know what they are now.
Know what they are now.
I just said that, like, I have proven to myself that I am not good at keeping that $10 a month, just or 20, 40, whatever it was for car insurance. Just keeping that in my checking account month over month. Because at some point I'll be like, oh, I have like $400 more than I was expecting, and I'll get like $100 thing.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I know that about myself. That's not a bad thing. That's just how I am. So I changed how I operate to compensate for that.
Yeah.
And now I always can pay car insurance.
That's awesome.
Which is better.
I mean, it's needed. The other thing, too, is that you really need to review your expenses. So every month, and even for like a year, review your expenses. Like, are you spending a lot of money on Chipotle?
I probably spend about $35 a week at Chipotle Mexico.
God, really? The things you learn about your partner
Well,
year after year.
Just because I've been buying out so much.
Yes.
And Chipotle doesn't make me feel bad like Taco Bell does.
So review your expenses. So like, are you buying clothes that you don't need? Are you buying things at the grocery store and then your groceries are going bad? Like, that's just, one, you're wasting money and you're wasting food. Like, shame on us.
Shame, know your name.
Like, we do it too. A lot of spending habits are connected to emotions. So
Thank you.
a lot of spending habits are connected to emotions. So you need to know what your emotional spending habit is like. So if you get really angry, do you go out and spend? If you get really happy, do you go out and spend? If you I don't know, like, figure it out. Like, whatever your background of money is, or do you hoard too much money and you can't let any of it go? Can you not save any of it? Or can you not, buy yourself a nice meal? It's all about balance. So you need to know your spending habits before you can change them.
Yeah. And like, in the meantime, like, do things that will work. Like, create a separate account, separate of your checking account. But
you even have to do that after you review your spending habits.
Absolutely.
And I think that brings us to budget.
It brings us right up to the door. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Is Budget home?
Budget who?
Budget yo money. All right. So go on about budgeting, and I'll be over here if you need me.
So something that also can work is budgeting. So I actually just read an article.
Can I correct you? Something that works like all the time is budgeting.
No, because I read something today that was like, we don't budget. We just save everything unless we have to spend. So like, that's also a way to do it. So I'm going to say like 95% of the time you need to budget, and what's going to help is reviewing your expenses. So like, know what you're already spending and then adjust it from there. And then the next month, only give yourself this amount of money to spend on groceries or going out or clothes or going to the movies or like whatever you like to do. And then don't go over that amount, And if you don't get to that amount, like, allocate it to something else, like your savings. Like, you could put an extra $3 in your savings account that month. That's really cool.
You're literally describing YNAB.
Yeah. Or describing my personal Excel sheet. So you can do it on your own if you like. If you can't do it on your own, that's okay. That's why these apps are there. So there's Mint, which I'm still trying to figure out how to use. There's YNAB. There's Betterment that Adam uses. Or you have your Excel sheet. There's so many online resources that can help you. Find a personal budget, but also have a joint budget for your household, because so maybe you spend $150 a month on groceries, which means if you're splitting it halfway, your partner is also spending $150 on groceries and you're collectively spending $300. So have your separate budget and then have your collective budget as well. And that'll really help figure out where your money's going, how you're spending it, and where you want to spend it.
If you take this approach and you're looking at every penny that you spend for the first time in your life, go into it knowing that you're going to have to deal with completely unexpected results. You're going to have to deal with moments of embarrassment.
It's very humbling.
It's extraordinarily humbling. For example, like if you're a coffee addict, which I am, and you analyze that, you don't realize that how much money you spend a month. Like if you're like I'll just get coffee this morning, and then you do that like every other day. Sorry. And then you start tracking your expenses, every penny, you look at how much money you're actually spending on that situation. It's
exactly.
Just be prepared to deal with all of those emotions without judgment. And you can't change anything if you don't accept it face on 100%.
I agree with everything you just said.
That is good.
You said that very well.
Good. I'm glad. I'm surprised I can say anything.
The other thing to talk about is debt. Like, when you budget, you have to also put in a system to pay off the debt that you have. And it can be, $500 in your credit card, which comparatively to the rest of the nation or the rest of the world is not a lot of money. Or, you have student loans to pay off every month on top of your credit card.
You have $600,000 in student loans at $823 a month, which is in addition to your apartment, which costs $3,500 a month in any city. And then in addition to that, you're getting paid, I don't know, $24,000 a year. So good luck.
You're killing me right now.
It's
hard.
Fucking real.
It's hard. So, also take that into account. So you have to pay off your debt, and it's better to pay off your debt faster because then you don't pay as much interest. And I know you're like, oh, Kelly, I already know that. But really make every effort to pay off as much as you can every single time.
And there's a lot of resources you can go to.
Every month, you should have the conversation with your partner about your finances. And also, hiding something, hiding your debt.
Is bullshit.
I mean, hiding your debt and hiding how much you make, it doesn't really help anyone. You don't really know where you stand. And I'd say especially hiding your debt. That really doesn't help. And especially if you are, maybe looking to get married. Know that your debt becomes somebody else's debt, or somebody else's debt becomes your debt. That's a thing, man. Do a credit check. The other thing that you want to look at is credit cards. So we already kind of talked about debt. So credit card debt, figure that out. There's also there are two different kinds of debt. So there's a lifestyle debt, and then there's
kind of like a mandatory debt.
Like a mortgage. Or student loans or things like that. So a
regular debt?
Yeah. Make sure that your debt is not a lifestyle debt. So it's not because, you went out, drinking, or you bought these clothes that you couldn't afford,
Every day.
I mean, sometimes you do need to do that and know what your limit is. I have a limit.
Not your credit card limit.
No, not your credit card limit. Thank you.
I know what my limit is, and it is $50,000. Fuck all y'all.
My credit card limit is really high, and I personally try to keep it under 10% of what my limit is because that gives me a better credit score. I'm trying to keep it under 5%, but we're dealing with 10% right now. So that's my goal. And comparatively, no, I don't have a lot of debt, but for me, there's a certain amount of debt that's acceptable and a certain amount that is not, because what is on my credit card, I can not easily, but I can pay it off from my savings account if I need to, and that's important. I never want my credit card to exceed the amount of cash that I actually have. And I think that could be really dangerous.
Keep in mind that whatever you put on your credit card is not real money.
It's not real money.
You haven't paid that.
No.
It's loaned to you.
So, the best and the ideal situation is every month you pay off your
whole credit card,
whole monthly balance,
accrue those points, deal with your rewards, get your $50 every 10,000 points, or $100.
The point of your credit card, the point of your credit card is not to buy things that you wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. It's to utilize what the credit card what the credit card offers you. So whether it's points towards travel, or whether it's cash back on your gas, or where you go out to eat, or I'm not a guru on the types of credit cards. Like,
that was a fun swallowed burp there.
There's so many different kinds of credit cards, and like, my advice would be to choose the one that is best for you and your lifestyle. But also, if you cannot afford to pay off your credit card, don't have a credit card.
Oh, okay.
Or you do have a credit card and you only use your credit card for groceries.
Yeah.
You only use it for gas, and you know that you can pay off that credit card balance every month.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something for a lot of people that is a struggle. I would say for me, it's a struggle too. My goal is to pay off my credit card every month in full. Is that happening right now? No. Am I getting closer to it? Yes.
High five.
Thank you. That was terrible. Yeah.
That has some spank.
So the other thing that you really need to talk about is saving. And that's something that you just need to talk about with yourself. Like, you need to save as much as you can when you can. So,
and there's no judgment attached to as much as you can when you can. You want to have wine on my lips? I got wine lips going on.
But if you want to go out, that's cool. Like, budget for it. Awesome. But a way to save money is maybe twice a month when you would normally go out,
You make
have
food.
people over. And instead of, buying lunch every day, like Chipotle,
Shut up.
you pack a sandwich, or you pack some pasta or something.
Or you pack some Chipotle that you made at home to mimic Chipotle.
There are ways to save, and you just need to look over how you're
Everything.
spending everything.
Everything.
As
you
Adam
don't
says,
you don't have to make
everything.
yourself miserable. You can plan to
No.
like go out and stuff.
And even take baby steps.
Unless you're in a place where you like maybe you do need to make yourself miserable to make shit work.
At the end of the day, know where you stand, like money-wise, checking, savings, retirement, investments,
Financial
debt,
habits.
financial habits. Like,
Debt.
you need to know all of that, but also
Debt again.
be able to understand your partner's situation as well, and be open to talking about it.
If you and your partner can't really talk about money, red flag. You're all having a life together, so fucking red flag. That's like somebody hiding the fact that they never wanted to have kids, like, or something. And like,
Grey's Anatomy reference.
oh shit. Oh, that was I did, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That was subliminal Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, just communicate with your partner. That's pretty much it. We finished the wine and it was wonderful.
Like that's like everything. I mean,
We're gonna have another episode where we talk about finances more in depth. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be hella good.
whoa.
I
You
just became
never said
really
hella. California.
West Coast.
Wait, would you agree that this is the best wine we've had on the show?
Yes, definitely.
Cooper and Thief. Cooper and Thief.
We got it at Trader Joe's.
Bourbon barrel aged.
We did not have to drink the second bottle.
We didn't, which means we're going to at a later date.
We will.
Maybe separate of you all, y'all, as they say,
In the South.
of the Mason-Dixon line.
Good job, Yankee.
I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in tonight. This has been I Love You, But we need to talk about household finances. All right. Well, there's Adam's hat, and we are gonna
Like, comment, and subscribe if you liked it, if you have a comment, or if you prefer to subscribe. And so if you have a question about anything, if there's
Please
anything...
ask us.
Yeah, ask us.
we want to talk about what you want to hear about.
If there's something that we missed, please let us know. We're happy to revisit something and deal with, situations as they come up. So
Yeah.
holla.
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 Bye.
Take care.